welcome back to the Next Gen Retro Men podcast. I am joined this week by
Jason.
And no Adrian. It's been a crazy 2 weeks. We didn't do an episode last week. Adrian's got stuff going on. We've both had stuff going on. It's just been very hectic in our lives, but we still want to bring you some content. So this week we are going to do a hype check on the PlayStation reveal that was about a little over a week or so ago. It's been a little while. We kind of didn't want to talk about it right away, so we had time to kind of process through things and actually see if it was something that we were still hyped on and not just hyped because we just saw it. So
put a bone in that stew and let it kind of simmer.
Before we get into that and cover a little bit of news, what have you been up to, Jason?
I started a new job this week. I quit my job last week. So that's one reason why it's been kind of a while since we've updated, because I was on a massive job hunt last week. I started The Last of Us Part 2. That's all I'm going to say.
Yep.
Working a lot before I started my new job. I'm working a lot now that I've started my new job. Spent a lot of time working with building my models, trying to power through them, and then kind of taking a break from that right now because I think I still smell the glue in my sleep. And Grayson is growing up really quickly. He's teething really bad, but like we took him to the park the other day and he's climbing up stuff and climbing down stuff like a champ now and just kind of swinging around. And it's been a lot of fun the past few weeks just watching him become more of a tyrant, but in a good way.
Not like Resident Evil tyrant though, right?
He's growing like weird, crazy arms.
He's got a giant eyeball on his shoulder.
Yeah.
It's adorable.
Yeah, it's cute. It's blue. What about you, Ryan?
I put Assassin's Creed Odyssey on pause while I play Last of Us Part 2.
Did you get
it? Do what?
Did you get it?
Did I get Last of Us Part 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know you had gotten it.
Yeah, I kind of made a joke saying I was kind of working it around work where I wasn't able to, really play a whole bunch of it. And then I had a really rough shift the day it came out. And I was like, well, I want to go home and play my new game, but I don't want to go home and get emotionally devastated.
Yeah.
But, anyways, that's all I'm going to kind of talk about Last of Us Part 2 for a little while. I'm back to work. I'm working my ass off. I am always tired now. It was weird going from 2.5, 3 months off to just busy. So I built a ghost keel for my Tau army. I freaking love that model. It was a blast to build and magnetize, and starting to paint some of my other units. I completely finished one like Fire Warrior Breacher, like 100%. Cool. Yeah, it was like a good little test. I kind of learned, a few things here and there, and I'm looking forward to. I started a few other Fire Warriors, and I have a Crisis suit primed, and I'm gonna magnetize the rest of the weapons. I magnetized the Ghost Keel fully. It was actually really easy, except for like one part, and like one of the magnets on the shoulder weapons is a little crooked, where the weapon's a little too close, but I don't care.
If you look at it from far away, you can't tell.
Yeah, if you really want to, or if I really want to, I can kind of dig the magnet out and reset it, but I don't care. We'll see. And I finished season 1 of Star Wars Rebels. Pretty cool. Started season 2. I was going to watch a little bit more, but I started a documentary on Skinwalker Ranch, which is really just crazy paranormal hotspot in Utah. It's interesting. And I've been listening to a podcast called Cryptonaut Podcast, and I like it. I like monsters and weird shit. And
what is it? Like, what is it exactly? Is it like a podcast on like the supernatural stuff?
Kind of. They cover mostly cryptids, like undiscovered animals, but they kind of have been, at least the episodes I've gone through so far, I think I'm like 20 something episodes in, they kind of focus more on more obscure cryptids, not Sasquatch, Loch Ness Monster, Mothman.
I like Nessie.
Yeah, they say they're going to get to him eventually. I don't know if they have already or they, haven't when I get caught up. But I just really like high strangeness and monsters and weird shit. I just like it. I don't know how much of it I believe in, like 100%, like this is a thing that happens, but I think that a world where that stuff exists is much more fun and cool than one where it does not. So I choose to kind of, suspend some disbelief here and there and be like, you know what? I don't know if it's real or not, but it's fucking cool. So
Chupacabra gonna eat your babies.
They're not goats.
Oh.
My babies are not goats.
Yeah,
if anything's going to eat my babies, your baby's going to eat my baby because it's a bioweapon, apparently.
Yeah, with a blue eye.
Yes. All right. Well, that's kind of everything that we've been up to, other than, work and all that crazy stuff. We kind of touched on that, but yeah, it's been a crazy 2 weeks. So thank you for sticking with us. But now we are going to focus on news.
Aha, it's back. The jingle is back. It's always been there. You know what else has always been there as well? Crash Bandicoot is there, and he's back again.
Hey, it's about time.
Yeah. Gosh dang it. So Crash Bandicoot 4 got announced. It's about time. Looks pretty cool. I like the art.
The subtitle is "It's about time." We're not just saying that.
Crash Bandicoot 4. It's about time.
It's also kind of why they named it that. Obviously, it's fun little play on words there. Way to go, Activision.
Maybe we'll get a Spyro game soon too. That's not Skylanders.
Yeah, well, they did those remasters, and Ben's actually kind of interested in playing those. Is trying to find a game for him to play that is not Minecraft. Although I think the Nether update just came out, and he's been like waiting for that, and now he's like super obsessed with it again, which he already was. But yeah, so we were looking at Spyro, and he thinks it might be kind of fun. I remember playing some of those games. I didn't play a lot of them when I was younger.
Gary Oldman voices a character in one of those.
Yeah, I think I was in 64 when those came out on PlayStation 1. And by the time I jumped PlayStation 1, I was like the kind of asshole teenager, like, I only want Metal Gear Solid and Vagrant, like.
I like Spyro. Spyro 2 was really good.
I remember playing some of it when at like a friend's house or something. Yeah, anyways. Hey, Cyberpunk. It's delayed again.
No
surprise. I'm not surprised.
No surprise. Not
cool. Let's squash some bugs, and depending on what launches with PS5, that might be the game I get for it. Like, as long as the bugs are, and they get, bugs are gonna get squashed a little bit. Like, why not?
Yeah. I mean, I'm still excited for it, but it's at the point where it's like so close to whenever PS5's rumored to be launched that I'm like, golly, there's gonna be so much to do. I'm gonna start saving.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down for that game over a lot of other ones, outside of maybe some things we'll talk about here in a little bit. But
yeah, like the Avengers game.
Yeah, I'm still not excited for that.
When is that even coming out at this point? Wasn't it supposed to be out this month? Last month?
But it delayed, I think, to September, August or something. I don't know.
Okay, well, anyways, that game I'm kind of excited for, as long as it's a dumb beat 'em up with upgrades. It's gonna get a free PS5 upgrade, so if you have the PS4 version, it just upgrades to PS5. I don't know how that works exactly. If you have the physical version.
It's the same. Well, I think you just put the disc in and it, downloads the file.
Okay.
Yeah, and it just, upgrade file. Xbox Series X is going to do the same thing. You get it for your Xbox One or Xbox One X or whatever, and it will upgrade to the Series X.
And that's exciting. I'm liking all these games that are giving you free upgrades if you buy the old version.
Yeah, I think they have to, because, I mean, last gen, after like PS3, there was like a definite kind of slowdown in games coming out. And then it amped up into, the next gen stuff. Whereas I think there's still so much stuff that's still coming out and has not yet come out that we know about, that they almost kind of have to do that. Otherwise, they're not going to make a sale. So we'll see what happens.
Final Fantasy 14 did the same thing. If you had the PS3 version, it upgraded to PS4.
Yeah. Hey, Star Wars Racer's out. Finally, it got delayed, but now it's out. So go
That's
download.
cool.
Yep.
Mars Glow is overpowered. Pokemon Snap got announced for Switch. It's a brand new game too. It's like a
I
sequel.
think it just is called New Pokemon Snap.
That's cool. I'm excited.
Yeah, and they announced like Pokemon Cafe and some other weird stuff. I don't know.
Yeah,
But
and
yeah,
then that's like the big Pokemon Go update or something with Mega Evolution or whatever.
yeah.
But I'm excited for Pokemon Snap. That was always a fun little sit at home and
Mhm.
play game.
Yeah.
Throw some apples at the Pikachu.
Yep. Yeah, I remember playing that at I think my girlfriend's younger brother had it, and I played it over there a few times. It's fun. It's cool.
Yeah.
And we have some sad news to report. Ian Holm, who, in my opinion, I know mostly from Alien. He played Ash,
hmm
and he was Bilbo in the Lord of the Rings. Has passed away at age 88. He was in other things as well, but I think those are the two most pertinent, to our
Oh,
interests.
definitely Ash and Bilbo.
For sure. But yeah,
hmm
sad.
Yeah. Joel Schumacher as well has passed away at age 80, best known for like the Batman sequels that people kind of harp on, but I like forever, and I think Batman and Robin has its place as a fun little movie. He also directed The Lost Boys and
hmm
some other really fun movies as well, like Phone Booth,
Yeah, he was good at camp. Like
Phantom
his
of the
Batman
Opera.
movies were camp,
Oh
like
yeah,
just to a crazy degree. And Batman and Robin is not a good movie, but it revels in that in a weird way. Like they really just are like, you know what? You want to do that with your character and be like crazy over the top with it? Go for it. Who cares?
yeah.
Nipples on the bat suit? Who cares? Go for it. Like,
Zoom in on the butt.
just really, really campy. It,
And
more
like,
so than Batman Forever, Batman and Robin embraced the spirit of the old TV show, I think.
oh yeah,
Just,
Mr. Freeze as Arnold Schwarzenegger is like so good.
yeah. Yep. Rest in peace, guys. You will be missed.
hmm
All right. Well, I think it is now time to check our hype levels for the PS5. We're going to go through the reveal event, the Future of Gaming event that they did. It was just a little over an hour long. Really touched back to their style from E3, several years ago, where it was just bam,
Trailer,
bam,
trailer,
bam.
trailer, trailer.
Yeah, just going for them. And I really missed that over the past few years. They haven't done E3 since then, and then the year before that they had like the weird like transition to the different rooms, and so it was kind of nice just to have just an onslaught of announcements and trailers and all that.
The one thing that I was like okay, we understand square, triangle, circle, and X are involved in everything
Oh yeah,
because they were in between each thing. So in case you forgot what
yeah.
their logos are,
Did you see that those are the actual, and we'll touch on them in a little bit, those
yeah,
are the actual like texture on the unit?
yeah, and on the controller.
Mm-hmm. Pretty
That's
cool.
really yeah.
So we're going. I mean, so first off, they showed Grand Theft Auto 5 running on a PS4. Okay,
Surprise.
so that's going to come out on PS5. Just keep milking that. It's crushed 2 generations now.
Online's gonna be free though.
Yeah, I don't care.
I mean, that's kind of fun. If you want just like a game that you could sit down and just like, I remember playing GTA 3 and GTA 4
hmm
like fondly, and I didn't really delve into 5 that much, but like it has its place. It's fun.
Yeah, I didn't get too much into 4. I played a good chunk. I've never touched 5. It just, I don't know. Those games don't appeal to me anymore, or I don't know. Just not my thing. I don't know.
Saints
It's a
Row's
weird
better.
it's a weird franchise for me. I appreciate the effort and craftsmanship that goes into them, but it's just not, at some point I just always give up on those games because I want to do everything, and it just you
There is no
can't.
everything.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird, but hey, Grand Theft Auto 5, So
That's cool.
next, some of these are going to be a little out of order, but we're just going to kind of touch on them. Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Excited.
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
They have since clarified that it's going to be more like Uncharted Lost Legacy. It's not a full, huge, brand new sequel, but it is a standalone game.
It's like that infamous First Light.
Yeah, First Light and Festival of Blood.
Yeah.
So I'm down. Like, I like that. Like, give me that. Give me something to appetize myself with while, you're making the next full, huge, big one. So.
Also, like, cool Miles Morales is the playable character. Like,
yeah.
I think he's really starting to get a lot of, like, positive interest with the really, really good Spider-Man movie. And then this is, like, they're really pushing Miles to, come on, MCU, your turn.
I wouldn't be surprised if, at the very least, he appears in some form or another. Maybe even in like the Sony movies, in one of the other ones, you just kind of, there's, they name drop him or something. Yeah.
They already teased him, so.
Next. Oh, wait, when did they tease him? Did I forget that?
And the first Spider-Man, that it was his uncle. And he mentions that he has a little nephew who looks up to him.
Right. Okay.
Prowler is the one that Spider-Man webs to the car, played by Donald Glover?
Yep. He almost said Danny Glover.
Not Danny Glover.
He's getting too old for this shit.
I was going to say Childish Gambino also, but that's his singing name.
All right. Next, they showed Gran Turismo 7.
Pretty cars.
Look pretty. The thing I really liked about it, at least what they showed, was they just didn't do anything crazy. They just showed a good chunk of a race, like just to do driving. And
I wish there had been like textures, like showing it raining or something. That was kind of
dull. I really think they were just kind of trying to show more of that was more for like the fans of that series.
Yeah.
So I think like the showing rain and all these other things would have been for everyone else, but I think they really wanted Gran Turismo fans to know, hey, Gran Turismo's back. Because a lot of people a lot of people consider sport a stumble. I have no idea. I don't play racing games, so I couldn't really speak on that. But it looked cool, and I had fun playing some of the older ones on at friends' house. So
it's like I think it's like the third best selling franchise that Sony has too.
Yeah, I had a friend that did a Le Mans race on the PS2 and like went to Walmart and bought a steering wheel and then beat the race and then brought it back. But like I remember leaving, like I went over to his house before work and then went to work and came back like after work, like went back over to his house to like hang out for a little bit before going back home. And he was still playing that race when I went over there. I was like,
for those who don't know, like Le Mans is like a endurance race, basically. It's almost a 15, 16-hour race, I think.
Yeah.
So.
Next, they showed off, which to me was not necessarily a huge surprise, but it was something I was very happy to see. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart.
Yeah. I'm excited.
Yes. Just give me Ratchet and Clank.
Ratchet and Clank. Is it being made by Insomniac?
Yep. They had 2 games, like bam, like right off the bat. So
like one thing I got really excited about is the fact they really showed the transition from like what the PS4 can do without load screens by popping them through portal after portal after portal after portal after portal, and people don't realize like how hard that would have been on a PS4.
Well, you would have had loading screens. It would have.
Yeah, you would have.
You would have gone to like some weird like limbo thing while you waited for it to load. Like they hid the loading screen. That game right there, or that trailer was a showcase for their SSD. Like they were like, look, this is what I can do.
PS4 would have sounded like a jet engine.
Oh yeah. So and we'll get to that here later on as well when we talk about the actual reveal of the hardware. Yeah, Rift Apart looks great. The female Lombax they showed has been confirmed as playable. Okay. So it's going to be kind of cool. There is already and no surprise, inappropriate fan art of her online. So, and
With
it was
Sonic.
it was real quick. Like the presentation wasn't even over, and there was already like stuff popping up. So,
Oh,
way to
there's
go,
stuff popping up,
perverts.
all right.
Heyo.
Not us.
Well, you don't know that. So next, they showed off Returnal, which has gotten a lot of hate for the name, but it's like Eternal
Looks really cool.
and Return. It looks awesome. It's by Housemarque.
Mhm.
They have in the past done real like arcadey type games. Most recently, Nex Machina, which is really fun. It's a great game. The thing they're probably most known for, at least on the PS4, is Resogun. So this is their first big game.
Yeah.
It looked
Looks
awesome.
cool.
I'm down. Like, yes,
It
I
was
will play
like
this.
kind of like a sci-fi Lovecraftian repeat, like Groundhog Day almost.
Yeah, it looked almost near the end of it, like when they started showing the bigger creatures and stuff, it looked a little soulsy. But
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what the gameplay will be like or
But the
anything.
gameplay looked like a bullet hell.
Yeah, well, which is one of the things that they're kind of known for. So, yeah, I'm down. Returnal, let's go.
Yeah. Project Athia is that Squaresoft game that they announced. The graphics look cool. Gameplay looks like it'd be kind of cool, but they didn't really show off much of it. I think it was just kind of like here you go. Here's a little teaser.
And I'm always leery when there's a Squaresoft project, something or another, just because a lot of times those don't come all the way to fruition. So,
or if they do, it's like 5 years from now.
Yeah, we'll see. Next, Stray,
Neat.
which was like a little cat in a world full of robots, and fuck yeah, I love cats. I love robots.
The cat's the playable character.
Yeah, no, I know.
Oh,
Hell yeah, I love cats. I love robots. I mean, like, you put like demonic shit in that game, and then it's like perfect for me. Cats, robots, and the devil. Let's go.
I love the world building that they did in that trailer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like the robot that was at the barbershop was technically just getting his nuts retightened in his head.
Ew.
Oh, Lord.
Yep.
Uh-huh. Sackboy: A Big Adventure got announced.
I was waiting for it to say A Little Big Adventure, but I guess they want to distance themselves from Little Big Planet now that they have Dreams. So
yeah.
But yeah, cool.
Well, it's not them. It's not them making Dreams. It's not Media Molecule.
Yeah, no, I know, but I think they kind of want to distance. If this has no creation aspects, I think they don't, want it to be kind of tied to that.
I got really excited because I thought it was going to be a 3D Little Big Planet that you could build a 3D world.
Well, that's what Dreams is.
I know that's what Dreams is, but without Sackboy. But you could make Sackboy in it, but
Dreams can be anything.
I know, but Dreams is also
it looks fun.
Yeah,
it's like
fun.
four player co-op. Like,
cool.
I'm down. Like, give me some crazy costumes and let's go.
And also, I'm glad they didn't bring back those characters that were in Little Big Planet 3 that they forced you to play as in certain levels, because I feel like that kind of broke the game in a bad way.
The frog
and the fat guy
and the bird and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't enjoy that.
Yeah, I don't think Little Big Planet 3. I don't think we finished that one. I don't know.
I'd love to.
Yeah.
Yeah, Destruction All-Stars got announced, and I'm really excited about this. It looks like Overwatch meets Twisted Metal.
If it's free to play, I might do a little bit, but I don't see me personally spending money on this.
Nah, but I'm excited. I think if it has like a split screen option too, that it'll be right up like a family game night kind of fun alley.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Ghostwire Tokyo from Bethesda and Tango Gameworks. They showed this at Bethesda's presser at E3 last year. The tone was way different from E3 to this. Like, I didn't think first person when I saw the trailer last year.
I didn't either.
And the like hand stuff was like real quick. Like, all these attacks looked like they were done like Naruto. I don't know what the hell that's even called. Like the ninjutsu, like hand, folding stuff.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It looked cool. Like I'm down. So
yeah,
I will play this more than likely at some
It
point.
looked like something right up your alley for some reason. I don't know. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, Ryan would probably like this.
Yeah. You know, you,
Uh,
you know what? It was 100% right up my alley from Bethesda.
what?
Deathloop.
Yeah, that looked really cool.
Yeah. They didn't show like much of gameplay or anything at E3. If they showed any, I don't remember. But the gameplay they showed in this just looked like a much more action shooter oriented Dishonored, which, yes, please. Fuck yeah. I love Dishonored. So give me a more like stylized action shooter version of that, and let's go.
I have a funny story of what happened to me during the PlayStation thing is that it froze at one point and I reloaded it, and it was during the Deathloop trailer, and it reloaded the Deathloop trailer. So I was like, oh Lord, we're looping the trailer to kind of promote it, but then I realized that it's just my internet.
So also another like time paradox returnal thing is another one in there.
Yeah.
So, yep.
Kenna, Bridge of Spirits looks like the most adorable thing I've ever seen in my life.
I've seen a lot of love for this like everywhere, and I just didn't feel this game that much.
I
Like
felt
it definitely looks like something I will play or would want to play, but I want to see more of it. I don't know. It depends on the structure and some other aspects of it, but it could be something I skip unless, my kids or, something like that. We'll see.
I like the story that they're trying to build. Like I already got hooked into the story a little bit, but then they showed off that like those little black creatures with the big adorable eyes were like you control them, and I really loved Overlord on PlayStation, and I think that it's just right up that alley, only more cute. So
I like how you went Overlord instead of Pikmin.
I never played a Pikmin.
Good times.
Overlord's cuter. Like you send those goblins out into the pumpkin field, and one comes back with a pumpkin on his head.
Yeah, I guess.
It's goofy.
I think I played the demo for that. I don't remember.
Overlord? It's fun.
Yeah.
You should look it up again.
And then Jet, the Far Shore from the Super Brothers team. Looked cool. Looks like something I will play.
Mm-hmm.
Depends on the price, but it looks like a smaller, kind of $25
$20-$30.
Yeah, we'll see, but it just looks like in that range, but it looked like something I would like.
Speaking of something I would like, Resident Evil Village, but then the Village made an 8, so God, I can't wait for that, especially since it's going to be first person again, right?
Yes, that's what it appeared in the
I can't wait for that. I'm so excited.
I never finished 7.
I loved 7.
I played
7 is my favorite Resident Evil.
Whoa. I played like 15 minutes of it.
No. I played 7 in complete VR too, so. Yeah.
The thing that I did like what I saw in the Resident Evil 8 was that it looked like it ties back. It's saying it looked like it ties back to 4 with just some of the European Gothic stuff. And then I think the chess puzzle, they showed like a glimpse or something. I don't know. It just looked like it felt like 4 a little bit as far as the place went. So
yeah, I'm excited for it.
You know what? I've seen a lot of people not like from the presentation, but I was totally down for this was Bug Snacks.
I like the song.
Yeah. It was super catchy, but it just looks dumb and goofy and fun, and I don't need everything that I play to be that way.
Yeah.
I need a palate cleanser. I think depending on the tone of the game, like it kind of looked like near the end of it, it kind of had this weird like dark turn to it, kind of. But I think it would be fun to play with Ben. Like I think he would laugh his way through it. Like he was like, "Oh, my weenie arms," like just. Right, weenie arms, dude. It's funny. Like,
do you ever play Octodad?
Like for very, very short. I think it was at PAX or something.
Same people, so it was fun.
Yeah, very goofy, but this looks to be much more of a like polished full game, whereas that was kind of a student project. So
it was fun.
Yep,
I like Octodad. Fancy graphics were displayed in NBA 2K21.
All right, cool. Want to move on?
Yeah, let's move on.
Sure. Let's talk Pragmata from Capcom, which the only way you can tell is Capcom is at the very bottom of the screen. Little bit of letters is like Capcom.
Because it's
I don't know what this is, but I love it.
That's the spaceship one, right? Or this guy in the spacesuit and he
he looked very much. It was like Death Stranding, Dead Space, just weird stuff. But I loved the aesthetic of his suit. That very much reminded me of Isaac.
It's very Dead Space.
And Dead
I
Space
thought it was
2.
I thought it was a Dead Space sequel whenever it first started, and then it turned out not to be, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, who knows if it is or isn't it? Well, it can't be because it's Capcom. Never mind. I'm stupid sometimes.
Capcom did that Lost Odyssey or whatever that game was. Not Lost Odyssey, but you know what I mean.
Dark Sector?
No, the one with the grappling hooks and the mechs.
That's Lost Planet.
Lost Planet. Capcom did that.
Yeah.
I like those.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a Capcom launch trailer for a system that hasn't come out yet, so I just got Deep Down vibes, and I don't think it'll ever come out.
Who knows? I dug the aesthetic, though, so hopefully something does come of it. So let's talk about what I think was the kind of showpiece, and I think the thing that Sony was probably most excited about as far as like the exclusives that they showed. The exclusives that they showed was Horizon Forbidden West.
Mm-hmm.
I love Horizon Zero Dawn. Just love that game. It's one of the few open world games that I really, really got into and really just sank my teeth into and loved it. It was so great. Loved the story. And I look forward to expanding that out and seeing what new, robot. They had that giant turtle thing in the trailer.
Mammoth.
The war mammoths, the alligator, like hell yeah. It just
the alligators were in the first one, weren't they?
I know, but you didn't really have swimming in the first one with them.
Oh, that's scary.
Right? Like I'm down. Like it just Guerrilla Games, just the Decima engine was, I think, one of the high points of what the PS4 could do last gen. So just to see them really, I mean, to the point where the director of their studio is now the director of like Sony Worldwide Studios, Herman Holst, to where I think this game is going to be the first real graphical and what can a PS5 do game showpiece. I think other things will be great. Exciting. And you'll have, things that are just awesome here and there. But I think Horizon, which has been confirmed 2021, I think this game is going to be the first one where you're kind of like infamous Second Son. Like, I think that was one of the first PS4 games where I was like, oh, hell yeah. Like, I played other things before that came out, but that was the first one where I was like, oh, this is PS4. I think
particle effects in that was so good.
Yeah, I think Horizon Forbidden West is going to be that for PS5.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited to just continue Aloy's story too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, for sure.
Because Aloy was my female character whenever we did the best of. So yeah, I'm super excited for that. But you know what I'm most excited for? Demon Souls. Demon Souls.
Yes.
Oh, I'm so excited for that. That trailer.
I've never been into like the Souls games. Like really, Bloodborne is my, and I guess Sekiro, but Bloodborne is my go-to in that kind of style. Mm-hmm. So I am excited to play Demon Souls. I think if they keep the same aesthetic, because I love the friggin' like just dark, crazy, monstrous aesthetic.
You love all the Souls games in. That's all the Dark Souls too.
No, I know, but I think if they take that and they upgrade the movement and the just more fluid movement, because that's one of the things in the Dark Souls games that does bother me is just how kind of clunky some of the movement feels sometimes. They can like make that fluid, more like Bloodborne and Sekiro. I know it's not From Software doing it, but if they can't, yes, which they're great at what they do anyway. So, but if they can just make it feel less clunky and sticky in a way, like the controls, I'm there. Like, I'm down. I want to play it. It looked gorgeous. Hell
I
yeah.
can't wait. I like Demon Souls a lot. I feel like it's very underrated because it's so old
I
compared to
don't
the other Souls games.
I don't know if it's underrated. I just think it's not talked about as much because yeah, it was the start of this. I mean, at
It
this
was
point,
also
like,
PS3 only. And
yeah,
what like the Dark Souls games came out on Xbox.
yes. I think it's like the start of a new genre. Like this game, I wouldn't say underrated, maybe underappreciated just because of its age and kind of
It's
some of the
not aged well either.
mechanics. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, if they can take the same structure of the game and just modernize it, hell yeah.
And the
Hell
music,
yeah.
oh god, that music got me.
Yep. For sure.
Hmm.
So finally, we'll touch on. They finally showed us what the damn thing looks like, and I've seen all the memes. I
I love
love.
all the memes.
Yeah, not all of them. Some of them are kind of lazy, but for the most part, yeah. I think they're all funny, and however, I like it.
I like it a lot.
And they've since said that the shape of it and the size is all about cooling, which,
Yeah.
please, like, cool. I don't care if it looks ridiculous. Is it going to be
Cool.
like quiet and is it going to, not overheat? All right, let's do it.
Yeah, like freaking PS4, I'm trying to play Mortal Kombat at night. I have my headphones on and I can hear the whirr over everything else, and that's Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, mine's not that bad, but yeah, I know what you're talking about. Sometimes I'll take my headphones off to do something. I'm like, damn, like it is so loud. So
Especially
I,
open world games.
I like it. They showed the headphones and the charging station. The other thing that not necessarily surprised me, but I was happy to see two different SKUs. There's going to be the disc version and then the digital version. I will get the disc version
Because it
just
plays in
because
4K Blu-rays.
well, that and PlayStation 4 games. I have a decent amount. I'll still will play Bloodborne. I'll slap that disc in there.
I don't know yet. It really depends on the price. Because
And that
most of my PS4 games, I think I only have two physical ones.
well, the other thing you have to look at the hard drive isn't huge. Like it's less than a terabyte.
Yeah,
And
but you can buy an
supposedly
external for a hard drive for really cheap.
I know, but then you're at the same price as the physical one or the
That's
one
true.
the disk drive. So who knows?
Who knows?
Supposedly also though the file sizes are supposed to go down because they don't need to keep putting redundant data in because of the solid state drive. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, PlayStation 5 hype check. Where you at? 10 out of 10.
9.
Okay, you're at a 9.
I'm at a 9.
I'm gonna say I'm at an 8. Give me a price, and I want to see some third-party stuff because right now, really, they showed us some third-party stuff from the Microsoft event, and all that was a little underwhelming. And they showed some third-party stuff, but really the Sony stuff was a lot of exclusives. I want to see, what's going on with Elden Ring and some other
Call of Duty.
yeah, shut up. And some other third-party stuff before like I go to my 10 out of 10. But as soon as you give me like a price and I see some more like third-party games, yeah, I'll be let's just say I'm at an
salty
8.
It's not Bloodborne 2 yet.
No, I don't expect that until maybe next year, if at all. But before this damn thing launches, I will be at a 10 out of 10. It just will happen.
Yeah.
So, and I'm really, really hoping that Microsoft knocks their event out of the park in July, and I want both consoles. But I mean, I think the Microsoft event is going to be more of the third-party stuff because a lot of Microsoft's first-party stuff is from studios that they really just acquired.
Mm-hmm.
So those games are still in the pipeline. They can't be too far along.
Viva
So
Pinata 3. That's all I need.
I don't want Rare to do. I'd rather Rare do other stuff. But
Another Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts 2.
you're just the worst kind of.
Oh, Killer Instinct 2 would actually be pretty cool.
You're still.
I like Killer Instinct.
I'm
That's
just
Battletoads.
gonna keep not saying anything. So.
Halo?
I'm just messing with you. All right. Cool. So, hey, let us know what you think of the PlayStation 5 and next gen in general, So, and you can do that by emailing us at nextgenretromen@gmail.com.
We have Instagram at nextgenretromen, Twitter at nextgenretromen.
And you can always listen to us on Podbean, iTunes, Spotify, and YouTube, Next Gen Retro Men, and listen to us on there. And just shoot us a message on social. Where are you at on Next Gen? What's your hype level?
I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. You're excited. Feel these nipples. It's from Basketball.
They're so perky.
That was Bob Costas says that.
I never saw Basketball.
Dude, it's so good. It's so dumb. It's an underrated, stupid comedy.
It'll be a hidden gem, maybe?
We should do that again.
Yeah, we need to. I have like a list.
Just ready to go.
I always have a list ready to go. Doesn't matter what it is. Favorite bug snack, go.
Wieners.
Strawberries.
Bye.
All right.